And now, ladies and gentle lizards, it's time for Henry's Amazing Golden Gecko Awards.
The prize winners for the all-time best animal pet are... In third place is the golden hamster. They may not make the world go round, but there are enough of them to go round the world. In second place is the cat. They're related to the big cats, but they're a lot easier to house train. But the winner of the Golden Gecko Award for the most amazing animal pet is the Great Dane, the tallest dog in the world. Despite its name, the Great Dane has nothing to do with Denmark. In fact, it first came from Germany about 400 years ago and was probably a cross between a Mastiff and a Wolfhound. Now there's a set of in-laws you wouldn't want to annoy. Great Danes are so big that they prefer to dine at a table. It's too far down for them to get from a bowl on the floor. Could someone get him a napkin, please?
Wow, that's either a very big dog or a very small sofa.
You were right the first time. Say, did you know the largest Great Dane on record was almost 3.5 feet high at the shoulder? And when it stood on its hind legs, it was as tall as a professional basketball player. If you think about it, they've got more in common with horses than dogs. Yeah, amazing.
I know, but even though they're so big, they're one of the gentlest dogs around.
Maybe I should get one then.
Henry, you'd have to stand on a box just to reach its knees, and they eat more in one meal than you eat in a week. Considering your pizza consumption, that's a lot of food.
Okay. Hey, don't breathe on my legs.
And now, ladies and gentle lizards, it's time for Henry's Amazing Golden Gecko Awards.
The prize winners for the all-time best prehistoric animal are... In third place is the dragonfly, whose ancient relatives were among the first animals ever to fly. So who taught them, I wonder? In second place is the sharks. Sharks are the oldest fish in the sea, and they haven't changed at all since before the time of the dinosaurs. Ew, they must smell awful. But the winner of the Golden Gecko Award for the best prehistoric animal is the crocodile. These modern-day monsters first appeared before many of the great dinosaurs. And the 22 types of crocodile alive today are among the dinosaurs' closest living relatives. Though they're nowhere near as big as the biggest dinosaurs, they are the largest reptiles on Earth. Some grow to nearly 30 feet long. That's longer than a stretched limo. They may look pretty slow, but when they need to, pow! They can overcome most of the animals they eat with an amazing burst of speed. Crocs are not only one of the most ancient animals around, they're also one of the meanest. Ancient Egyptians feared and respected crocodiles just because they were so powerful and so old. And that's why the crocodile is the all-time best prehistoric animal.
And now, ladies and gentle lizards, it's time for Henry's Amazing Golden Gecko Awards.
The prize winners for the all-time best scary animal are... In third place is the vampire bat. It may not get in your hair, but it'll still drink your blood if it's hungry enough. In second place is the giant tarantula. It's poisonous, but not deadly. But it's still really scary. But the winner of the Golden Gecko Award for the all-time best scary animal is... the army ant! Now these guys may not look that scary until you see a close-up, that is. But you don't want to get too close to them. On their own, they're bad enough. But when you get a few million of them together, then they're the terror of the animal kingdom. A really, really aggressive little insect. Every day, swarms the size of football fields march out and rampage through the jungle. Millions and millions of them, eating anything that gets in their way. Insects, poisonous spiders, birds, mammals, sometimes snakes, maybe even lizards. Most animals get out of their way real quick, because if they didn't, they'd be food. They keep on marching and marching, and if they hear a river, they just march over the backs of their drowned comrades. Marching, marching, nothing can stop them. Animals, people, buildings, everything gets eaten by these terrifying insects.
Hold on there, Henry. Ants don't eat buildings.
They could so.
No, they couldn't. Okay, so there have been stories of swarms of ants marching on towns and killing people, but they're just stories. They really don't move fast enough to catch big animals or people. As long as you see them coming, of course.
Right. And that's why the army ant wins the award for being the most amazing, scary animal.
And now, ladies and gentle lizards, it's time for Henry's Amazing Golden Gecko Awards.
Prize winners for the all-time best bird of prey are... In third place is the fabulous Andean condor, the biggest bird of prey in the world. These guys weigh as much as 25 pounds. That's heavier than a lot of turkeys. Can you see a turkey soaring over the Andes? I think not. In second place is the king vulture, the most amazingly colorful bird of prey. Some people think all vultures are dirty, but in fact they bathe regularly and pay close attention to personal hygiene. Let's face it, with what they eat, they need to. But the winner of the Golden Gecko Award for the all-time best bird of prey is the lammergeier. A lammergeier is also known as the bearded vulture, but you don't win the Golden Gecko Award just because you've got some nifty facial fluff. No, sirree. These guys win for their amazing bone-smashing habits. Watch my mom and brother. This young lammergeier is about to give a demonstration. Lammergeiers live on high mountains where food is hard to find, so they have to make a living from eating old bones. But bones are so tough that the lammergeier can't use its beak to break them. It has to fly up hundreds of feet just to find something hard enough. They drop the bones on the ground to smash them open. Whee! Smack! Now it can get to the tasty bone marrow, though it still has to swallow all the razor-edged bits of bone. They're so sharp that they could cut into the throats of most other animals. Lammergeiers are the ultimate bone disposal units, and that's why they're my all-time best bird of prey.
And now, ladies and gentle lizards, it's time for Henry's Amazing Golden Gecko Award.
The prize winners for the all-time best seashore animal are... In third place is the sea turtle. Buries her eggs in the sand, and all for their own protection. In second place is the fiddler crab. They have specialized claws that means they can fight and eat at the same time. Good kind of animal. But the winner of the Golden Gecko Award for the most amazing seashore animal is the pelican, the big bird with the most amazing beak in the world. That beak has more uses than my special report bag, and it can carry almost as much.
Except everything in that beak is actually useful.
Yes, thank you. Whose awards are these anyway? Pelicans don't just use their beaks to eat with. They're adaptable. They can also use them to attract mates, making a big display whenever a potential partner is around. But it's when they become parents that a big stretchy beak really does come in handy, storing all the food for their babies like pizza and...
They don't eat pizza, Henry.
Of course they don't. I was just teasing. What I meant to say is that the chicks are fed on regurgitated dead fish. You know, the parents eat the fish, begin digesting it just to make it nice and soft. Then the chicks stick their heads down their parents' throat and... yuck. Where a pelican's beak really is useful is when it comes to catching fish. They fly along, spot their victim, then... pow! Those fish don't stand a chance. I guess it's just like having a trawler net for a mouth.
Sounds like someone else I know.
Excuse me? Anyway, some pelicans only fish from the surface of the water, but not these brown pelicans. They're real high divers. They can drop from more than 5 stories up straight into the water. That way, the fish don't even see them coming until it's too late. blubber, and what a beak! And that's why the pelican wins the award for being the most amazing seashore animal. I'm amazed there's any room left for animals at all.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a Henry's Amazing Golden Gecko Award.
The prize winners for the all-time best animal record holders are... In third place is the leopard, the world's smelliest animal.
Huh?
Well, it never changes its spots.
Oh, Henry.
In second place is the raccoon, the world's cleanest animal. Because it's always washing its hands.
Henry, those aren't real records. Now come on, tell us the most amazing animal record.
Oh, all right. The winner of the Golden Gecko Award for the most amazing animal record is the cheetah, the fastest animal on 4 legs.
That's better.
The cheetah can run up to 62 miles an hour, although only over very short distances. With its powerful legs and amazing claws and grip just like track shoes, it can accelerate faster than most cars. Now there's a real record breaker.
I've told you before, Henry, they don't break records for the fun of it. They run that fast so they can catch food.
I know that. The gazelles and all the other animals that cheetahs like to eat run really fast, so cheetahs have to run fast too. And because gazelles are about 2 miles an hour slower than cheetahs, cheetahs can always outrun them. These cheetahs are just the greatest.
Sure, Henry, but it doesn't quite work like that. Even though it's faster than all its food, a cheetah can only catch its prey about 1 in every 10 chases.
Huh?
You see, the cheetah can outrun a gazelle on the straight, but gazelles can turn quicker, so they make sure that the races aren't run in a straight line. This life and death chase is about who can outthink who, and most of the time it's a pretty even match. If it wasn't and cheetahs always won, soon there'd be no gazelles left to hunt, and the cheetahs wouldn't have any food. It's just another example of nature's amazing balancing act.
Wow! But it doesn't alter the fact that the cheetah is the fastest animal on land.
Right.
Right. And that's why they win the award for the most amazing animal record.